What's up, everyone? I'm Kamal Floyd, aka Miles Stacks. Welcome back to the channel. As a type 1 diabetic myself, I know firsthand that managing diabetes can be challenging. That's why in today's educational video, we're covering 5 important do's and don'ts for people living with diabetes. So let's get right into it. Managing your health is about much more than just avoiding sugar. The choices you make every day can have a major impact on your sugar levels, energy, and long-term health. Read nutrition labels carefully. So here we have a can of almonds. You guys will see me occasionally eating this on stream. In here, there's 170 calories per serving. This container has 6 servings per container. It is 5 grams of carbohydrates per serving and also 1 gram of sugar. So that is how you want to read your nutrition facts. And also if you want to pay attention to the total amount of fat that's in the food or snack that you're eating, and also the sodium level too. Because if you eat a lot of salt, that can lead to swelling in your ankles. If you're on certain medication, that will allow that to happen. And you want to choose complex carbohydrates such as whole grains, beans, and vegetables. Some vegetables for you guys that you can look into are potatoes, sweet potatoes, peas, carrots, and beets. Don't assume sugar-free automatically means diabetic friendly. So that means you have to watch your zero sugar diet Cokes, diet Pepsis, or diet sodas, diet juices as well, or any zero sugar drink, because they have artificial sweeteners, which can raise your blood sugar up. Don't regularly drink sugary beverages. That's your juice, sodas, teas, anything of those natures. Just for example, those 3 right there are kind of be the main 3 beverages that, at least in America, that we that we drink. But for diabetics, you just want to pay attention to those. Limit your intake with sugary beverages as well. Don't ignore hidden sugars in sauces, snacks, and processed foods. So if you're going out to a restaurant, they have a honey glazed salmon. Honey glazed salmon. Yes, there we go. I said it correctly. If you're out eating at a restaurant that's offering you honey glazed salmon, be careful if either the honey glaze that's put on the food, or other sauce or seasoning that's on your plate, those can increase your blood sugars to raise up as well. So those are just a couple of items that you want to pay attention to and be mindful of. Many people focus on sugar, but carbohydrates have a major impact on blood glucose levels. So understanding the difference between your simple and complex carbs can help you make smarter food. Number 2, stay active with walking, cycling, or other physical activities. Start with small goals and build consistency, and monitor your blood sugar as recommended by your healthcare provider. So yes, this is very important for you to do, because when you start small, you don't feel like it's too much all at once on your plate. Starting with baby steps will allow you to get into a walk, and going from walk to allow you to get into a jog, and then from jogging you get into running. So look at that as your marathon run. Your marathon that you're dealing with when it comes to managing your diabetes. Being physically active is just going to be just as important as managing your food intake and your diet as well. Avoid sitting for long periods of time without moving. So for myself, I'm sitting at a desk long period of time, either editing. I have to have physical activity throughout the day. So going to the gym for an hour, hour and a half, or going outside, working out, running, doing something physical for that hour, hour and a half is very important to maintaining a good blood sugar level, and also just taking care of my diabetes overall. And don't jump into intense workout without preparation, which is basically telling you those high intensity workouts you may see on Instagram or TikTok. We just can't jump right into it, because if we do that, we can get symptoms such as dizziness or excessive fatigue. Our body needs times to prepare. That's why from when I spoke with my doctor, they did advise me to implement more of 30 minutes of cardio a day instead of going crazy heavy on the weights, because it's all about the blood flow in your body. Regular exercise helps your body use insulin more effectively and can improve blood sugar control. Even a short daily walk can make a significant difference. 3, follow your medication schedule consistently. Keep track of prescription refills and speak with your doctor before making any changes. So yes, there are apps out there that you can use to help remind you to take your medication. But for me, I use the reminder app, and I also have the alarm app. So I set mines at 8:30, 9 o'clock. That's when I should be taking my insulin before night. And then I know before I eat each meal. Also, if you have any additional medication, as far as the pills that you have to take throughout the day, if it's in the morning or at night, schedule an alarm for those too. So you're just giving your body a consistent routine. And you want to keep track of prescription refills, because I had an instance where I went to go refill my medication and I only had 1 refill left. So if I didn't identify that, then the next time I would have came to the pharmacist to get a refill, they would have told me that I had to call my provider, or that's a whole nother, you feel me, couple weeks, or however long it takes sometimes for all the information to be communicated. As diabetics, we do need to stay on top of our refills, because any instance that we can't get a refill is more likely we need that medication that day or within the next week or so. And don't skip any doses because you're feeling okay. Sometimes when I'm feeling good and everything, I may feel like, oh, I can eat this or I can eat that and not have to take my insulin. But no, just stay on a consistent routine with that and don't fall into that mindset. I've learned from experience, so I'm just giving you guys my personal experience, being very transparent with you. Don't skip doses because you don't want to give your body that feeling that everything is all right, and then your blood sugar rises too high. Then you're trying to double up on medication to bring it down, which you should never do unless it's directed by a healthcare professional to take more insulin than you're supposed to. Don't depend entirely on medication while ignoring the healthy lifestyle habits that we need to have in order for our body to function properly. Medication is a key part of diabetes management, but it works best when combined with healthy eating, exercise, and regular monitoring. Step 4, monitor your blood sugar and know the warning signs. So you should learn your target blood sugar ranges. For me, my blood sugar ranges are between 70 and 180. So when I get too low, my sensor will go off. And if I get over 180, my sensor will go off. So that right there keeps me in range for the most part. You want to keep a record of your readings when appropriate. So if I have the Dexcom G7, there's a Dexcom Clarity app that communicates to my provider as well my readings. Then the Dexcom app keeps a track of it for itself. As long as I have a sensor active, the readings will be. If you want to understand the symptoms of both high and low blood sugar, dizziness, fatigue, if you're feeling extremely like thirsty, and sometimes you got to run to the bathroom frequently, then that's letting you know that either your blood sugar is too high. And then if you're low, you're going to feel a lot more like, I don't know, you guys feel like me. I felt like a little, like sometimes I feel like it be buzz or things feel like a little woozy, but like I can still function, I can still talk, but sometimes like I'll just start rambling. I'll be like, oh no, my blood sugar is low. It's time for me to go. I need something like a glucose tablet, a small juice pouch, or like something sweet real fast just to bring my blood sugar up. So those are kind of symptoms that I've identified as well for myself. You don't want to wait for severe symptoms before taking action. So try to keep your blood sugar in range. And if you're having troubles with high or low, consult your doctor or go to a hospital because you don't want to risk any further disruption to your body. I'll put it that way because you're ignoring your constant high readings or you're ignoring that your blood sugar keeps going low. Knowing the warning signs of blood sugar problems can help prevent serious complications like we were just speaking on. And step 5, schedule your regular eye, foot, and dental checkups. Me, like I've mentioned to you guys before, I've had my cataract surgery. So I had about 4 or 5 eye exams already this year. But good news, I get my glasses. So eventually you'll see me on camera with glasses on. That's because I'm regularly going to my eye doctor to work on those things. If I didn't go to my regular eye doctor visit, then I wouldn't have known that I had that. And I just would have been out here like, yo, I really can't see. You feel me? So, it's important to get your feet checked. If you know about neurotop, the numbing and tingling in your foot. If you're feeling that, consult your doctor as well. And dental checkups, yes, diabetes. Stay hydrated throughout the day. I always keep a bottle of water near me. And you want to get quality sleep and stress management. Prioritize these two right here. And myself, need to take this advice. They say average human should sleep about 8 hours a day. That's a give or take on your schedule and everything. But if you can get enough sleep to get your body to rest that it needs to properly function, I would say that's most important. And stress management, try to limit your stress because the stress does weigh on your body more than you know. So just try your best to stress. Life is very stressful, I understand. So implementing some good stress relieving hobbies or things you can do. For me, on the weekends, get up early, go sit in the sun for a little bit while it's rising, do some stretching. In the morning during the week, go for a walk, go for a run, something like that. Just keeps my mind free for about 30 minutes to an hour, so that's really where I find time. Self-isolation is one way, but it's not always the best to do that. Don't ignore cuts, sores, or numbness in your feet. It's very important for diabetics to take care of their feet. So always keep, either if you're in the house, keep some house shoes on, some flip-flops, or some slides, keep those on your feet. And then if you have any of those symptoms, then you should be consulting your doctor as well. We shouldn't be smoking. Again, take this advice from me. We shouldn't be smoking, smoke or use nicotine products. And then don't skip routine medical appointments. It's important to be on a consistent routine with your diet, your exercise, and also your medication. And on not missing these appointments is important too, because if you're meeting with care team, at least they're able to check up on any symptoms or catch things a little bit earlier. Then they can get things under control better if they're able to communicate with you right then and there at your appointment. So diabetes can affect many parts of the body over time. Preventive care and healthy habits can help reduce the risk of complications. Managing diabetes isn't about being perfect. It's about making consistent, healthy choices every day. By watching your cards, staying active, taking medications as prescribed, monitoring your blood sugar, and protecting your long-term health, you can improve your quality of life and reduce your risk of complications. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could benefit from this information. Thanks for watching, guys.